People often say that the average millionaire diversifies their income across approximately 7 different sources, while most individuals rely solely on their job income. This leaves them vulnerable to financial instability. By analyzing the habits of millionaires, we can observe a trend of multiple income streams. However, not all income is the same. It varies in terms of activity levels, passivity, taxation, and leverage potential. Today, we'll explore the 7 main ways most millionaires make money. Before we start, please like the video and consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more amazing content like this. Let's dive in. Before we dive into today's topic, have you ever wondered why people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Richard Branson achieve success so effortlessly? If you want to think, grow, and act rich today, why not follow the giants? Check the link in the description to access our exclusive ebook, Millionaire Minds. This resource will help you adopt their winning mindset and strategies to achieve amazing results, like smashing your goals faster, feeling more energized, attracting the right people, and ultimately living life on your own terms. Don't wait. Grab your copy now and start your journey to success. The first and most common income source is earned income. This includes the money made from jobs, ranging from regular workers to high-level executives like CEOs. Many CEOs remain employed by their respective companies. Professionals like doctors and nurses also fall under this category. Earned income is acquired by exchanging time for money, commonly referred to as active income. This category can also include freelancers. For many self-made millionaires, earned income serves as the first step. It's where most people begin and can be a solid foundation, especially if it supports yourself and your family. However, relying solely on this type of income is risky because it means trading time for money, and time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day, just like everyone else. There's an inherent limit to how much can be earned in this category. Furthermore, earned income is subject to high tax rates, sometimes reaching up to 40% of earnings, depending on income levels. Although it's a respectable starting point, it's crucial to explore other available income avenues. The second income source is profit income. This refers to income generated by selling goods or services at a price higher than the production or acquisition cost. It's a transition from being an employee to becoming an entrepreneur. In the past, starting a business required significant capital for manufacturing or purchasing things. But now, with the internet, it's much easier to start without needing as much money. Whether selling physical or digital goods, if the selling price exceeds the production or acquisition cost, it generates profit income. This type of income can be active or passive, depending on the business model. Engaging in the manual creation of products and sales leans toward active income and can present scalability challenges. On the other hand, outsourcing manufacturing or focusing on digital products opens doors to passive income. Profit income potential can be categorized into 2 forms: small-scale individual ventures and highly scalable businesses. The former involves personal creation or manual resale of products, as seen on platforms like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, offering an accessible route to supplemental income. In contrast, scalable profit income comes from setting up a business and outsourcing production, freeing up time for strategic roles like sales and marketing. Taxation varies between these 2 types of profit income. Individuals involved in resale or small-scale product creation typically face taxation similar to earned income. On the other hand, establishing a business entity can unlock numerous tax advantages by leveraging corporate structures for tax optimization. The third income category is interest income. Interest income is generated by earning interest on lent funds. However, it's usually not a good idea to lend money to friends or acquaintances. Instead, interest income is typically earned through safer investment avenues, such as applying funds in a bank CD, purchasing corporate bonds, or acquiring government bonds. While these methods offer stability, they usually yield modest returns, ranging from 1% to 4% annually. On the other hand, there may be more innovative, albeit riskier, approaches to seeking higher returns. Interest income is considered passive, since it usually requires minimal active involvement from the investor. The fourth is dividend income. Dividend income comes from investments in stocks that distribute a portion of their profits to shareholders. When you purchase shares of a company, you become a shareholder, typically quarterly. The company distributes part of its profits to shareholders in the form of dividends. As a shareholder, you own part of the company and are entitled to a share of its profits. The tax rate on dividend income varies depending on its classification. Qualified dividends may be subject to a lower tax rate. Individuals earning less than $600 can incur a 0% rate on their dividend income, with the rate increasing to a maximum of 20% for those earning over $425,000. This rate is notably lower than the tax rate on earned income, which can reach 40%. Number 5 is rental income. Rental income usually involves acquiring real estate and leasing it to tenants. However, this isn't limited to residential properties. It can include commercial properties rented to businesses or industrial properties leased to manufacturers. Furthermore, rental income isn't confined to real estate. There are alternative methods to generate rental income on a smaller scale. For instance, individuals can rent out equipment for various industries, their vehicles, musical instruments, and so on. Essentially, rental income refers to any revenue generated by providing a property to someone else in exchange for payment. Number 6. Residual income and royalties. This type of income is about getting paid even after the main work is done. It can come from things like being in a movie that people still watch, writing a book that keeps selling, or currently having a YouTube channel that people continue watching. Royalties represent a form of residual income earned by allowing others to use your ideas or properties for profit, such as musical or literary works. For example, musicians allow streaming services and record labels to distribute and sell their creations, earning royalties whenever their music is played or sold. Authors receive royalties when publishers print and distribute their books, continuing to earn as long as sales persist. Furthermore, several royalty sources can stem from a single creation. A notable example is J.K. Rowling, who not only earns royalties from book sales, but also from adaptations of her work into films and merchandise featuring her characters. Even 2 decades after the release of the first Harry Potter book, Rowling continues to receive royalties whenever individuals purchase merchandise, watch the movies, or buy the books, as these products derive from her original creation. Number 7. Capital gains. Capital gains income arises when an asset that has appreciated in value is sold. While real estate and stocks are the most common examples, numerous other assets can generate capital gains. For instance, if you bought a property for $200,000 and sold it for $250,000, you would realize a capital gain of $50,000. Similarly, purchasing 100 shares of a company at $20 per share and selling them at $120 each would result in a capital gain of $10,000. It's important to differentiate capital gains income from profit income. The former does not involve purchasing or producing goods for resale at a profit. Instead, it involves assets whose market value has appreciated over time. Although individuals have limited control over this value increase, capital gains enjoy favorable tax treatment compared to most other income types, with tax rates on capital gains ranging from 15% to 20%. with the possibility of reducing to 0%, particularly in real estate transactions. In many cases, reinvesting capital gains from real estate back into the market can allow for tax-free growth, enabling individuals to build their net worth without incurring taxes. Many people are driven by the desire to become rich, yet many still struggle to achieve true success and wealth. Let's discuss practical methods and widely adopted behaviors by successful individuals to attain wealth. If you're enjoying the content so far and you're new here, consider subscribing for more amazing content like this. Let's begin. One fundamental practice that differentiates the wealthy from the majority is maintaining a comprehensive money tracking system. If I were to ask how much you spent last month, could you provide all the details? Can you explain how you divide your income? For example, what percentage goes to bills, savings, leisure, and investments? It's hard to improve your finances if you don't know where your money is going. Cultivating the ability to meticulously track every cent under your control not only facilitates effective management of current finances, but also empowers you to make smarter decisions with larger amounts in the future. The first step to tracking your money is to classify all your expenses into three main groups. First, income. This includes the money you earn in a month from your job, side gigs, or any other source. Second, living expenses. This number is crucial. It's all your monthly spending on things you absolutely need to survive, like rent or mortgage payments, electricity and water bills, and groceries. Although these costs usually stay about the same each month, many people don't realize how much they actually spend on these essentials. Third, other expenses. This is for fun stuff you may choose to buy, like subscriptions, daily coffees, or any extras you don't need to survive. Grouping your spending like this makes it easier to track your money, so you can see exactly how much you earn, what's necessary for bills and groceries, and what's left for fun activities. With this understanding, you'll be able to make more informed financial decisions. Saving money can be difficult, but there are strategies to make it easier. One effective approach is automating your savings. Many banks offer the option to schedule transfers from your main account, where your income is deposited, to your savings account immediately after your paycheck is received. By doing this, a portion of your earnings is saved before any expenses are deducted, requiring minimal effort on your part. This automated system helps avoid overspending since funds are allocated to savings without conscious intervention. Another way to prevent spending your savings is by keeping them in a separate bank account that has no debit card or link to your checking account. That way, your savings won't be as tempting to use for everyday purchases. Keeping the money in a separate account without a debit card makes it more difficult to access, which can help you save more because you won't be as tempted to spend it easily. In fact, there are two main ways to save more money: cutting back on expenses to free up extra cash, or finding ways to earn more so you have more to save. However, accumulating savings is just the initial phase of wealth building. Having a lot of money in the bank doesn't necessarily mean you're rich. There's a difference between liquid cash and net worth. Let's say you have $1 million. Would you prefer to keep it all in cash or invest it in things like real estate or successful businesses? The wealthy usually opt for the latter. Cash retains its nominal value over time. So if you store $1 million in cash, its value remains constant over the years, excluding the impact of inflation, which gradually erodes the currency's purchasing power. On the other hand, investing $1 million in real estate or reputable companies can generate exponential growth in value over the same period. Warren Buffett likes to say that the best way to use your money is to invest it in things that will grow over time. He believes in reinvesting money into investments rather than keeping it just in cash. That's why wealthy people often invest their savings into assets that yield more money. This way, their money keeps growing over time. As we emphasized earlier, saving is merely the first step in accumulating wealth. The rich don't save money just to build a pile of cash. They use their savings to invest and grow their wealth over time. Once you've established a good saving habit, you can start thinking about how to invest that money to make it grow even faster. Consider the dynamics of the board game Monopoly. Success doesn't depend on accumulating money, but on acquiring properties that generate continuous revenue streams. It's not enough to pile up money. The goal is to convert it into assets that produce long-term wealth. People who invest in things like real estate generally end up with more money. Let's say you had the option to either save money or buy something that. The rich prefer to invest their money in things that generate money on their own, such as rental properties or dividend-paying stocks. This way, the money works for them instead of them working for money. This reveals what really matters to them when it comes to building wealth, using money to buy or create things that generate even more money. It's also interesting that many wealthy people don't spend all the money they earn. They live below their means. You might think that rich people would spend all their money, but many live well below their financial means. This is especially true when they are just starting to build their wealth. If you observe people who've become very rich in the last decade or so, you'll notice a pattern. They tend to live frugally, even when they earn a lot of money. Even if they were making a lot of money, they didn't spend it all on expensive things like luxury cars or large mansions. Despite earning 6 or even 7-figure incomes, some people can't resist spending big on expensive items and end up broke. But people who aim to become very rich are not just thinking about spending lots of money. Their focus goes beyond accumulating a few million. They aim for massive fortunes. As a result, many of them, even with comfortable incomes, maintain modest spending habits similar to those of ordinary people. Now that we've talked about keeping track of your money, saving it, and using it to buy things that generate more money, there's one important thing that rich people do to keep their wealth forever. This trick allows them to spend money on expensive things without worrying about running out of money. The big difference lies in how they use their money. Instead of spending all their savings, their initial capital, they only spend the extra money they earn, the residual income. Initially, most people rely on active income, meaning earnings derived from their time and effort. However, by investing in income-generating assets, they begin generating passive income, which is the cash flow produced by those assets. The key to becoming very wealthy is to spend only the passive income generated by your assets. This way, you can preserve your hard-earned capital. It's like planting a tree. Some people might eat the seeds right away, but wealthy people plant the seeds first, then eat only the fruit the tree produces, not the seeds themselves. That way, the tree keeps producing more fruit for them forever. Even though some wealthy people still manage businesses and earn money that way, they use that money to invest in more things. They only spend the money that their investments generate on themselves, such as on vacations or nice things. By following this rule, they always have extra money coming in so they can buy expensive items without worrying about running out of money in the long run. Now, what's a practical step you can take to start your journey to wealth? As we mentioned earlier, to begin investing, you first need to save. And to save effectively, you'll need to cut your expenses or increase your income. After successfully reducing your expenses, the best first step is to focus on increasing your monthly earnings. The higher your income, the more resources you'll have to plant the seeds of your financial growth. If you enjoyed these tips and want to learn more about making your money grow, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future content. And of course, share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Let's embark on this journey toward financial freedom together.